Okay, so what's the best way to analyze the fast-paced Philadelphia Eagles offense we saw in Washington on Monday night? Quickly. So here we go. Spot the ball, start the clock. We go with you, Herm Edwards, first. As a coach, what did you make of what we saw in the first half?
Well, KYP, know your personnel, and they have three great players that can play in space, Michael Vick, McCoy, and Jackson. And that's the key to this offense. These guys have the ability now to play in space. I think it's wonderful to watch. The thing you have to ask yourself is, can this offense continue to play this way for the whole year?
Only 45 players. Can you manage it?
Well, and the problem is 45 of those guys, some of those guys are old. You got to go.
We're out of time. All right. Let's go wind the clock. From a quarterback's perspective, did you love it or did you think it was a gimmick?
No, listen, I loved it. You know, one of the things when you push the tempo, you kind of neutralize the pass rush. Those guys get tired. Not only that, but when you look at it from the perspective of getting plays out in that offense, Herm talked about the personnel, bubble screens, McCoy in space. That's exactly what the Eagles want to do. I think it's a great fit for their personnel. I think it fits Michael Vick's skill set pretty well as well. So I liked what I saw. I think it can work for that
team. All right,
team.
you're out of time. Sorry, we got to go. All right, over to Jeff Saturday now from a lineman's perspective. Can they really do this 4 quarters, 16 weeks?
Absolutely can. This is a great offensive setup for offensive linemen. You don't have to drive block anymore. You get the guys in space. You neutralize the backside because the end has to stay at home. The will linebacker has to sit down as well. So there's no more. You don't have to be as physical. You can get these guys tired. You got the defensive line having to pursue. So they get tired. It affects their pass rush and their ability to shut down the run. Great scheme.
Certainly seemed like that was the case. All right, now let's go to ESPN insider Ed Werder. Ed, from your perspective, what are people around the league saying about Chip Kelly's
offense? I talked to D'Angelo Hall, the Redskins cornerback, and he just had a massage because he was sore after all the running. But he said, you know, really they test you in a different way. But Chip Kelly's offense didn't, like, challenge him or exhaust him mentally or emotionally, even when Michael Vick was getting it snapped every 17 seconds. But he said they really neutralized our front seven, and that's where we can dominate a game.
And to that point, Michael Vick said when the end of the first quarter was over, he thought that was the end of the first half. He was that tired already, and we are out of time in talking about this. So the clock is done.
Halftime.
That is halftime. And here's what happened in the second half of the game between the Eagles and the Redskins.